Alright, let's put this thing back together.
Just like that earring is built.
Hey, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K rig that I've made. Such a mouthful. So I'll just kind of walk you through the pieces that I have here, why I built it out the way that I did, and so on and so forth. I'll start with just the basic part of the rig, which is the cage, which is a small rig cage and the top handle and then the rail system on the bottom here, which allows me to put the follow focus on, which is a lamp part follow focus. Also the battery on the back, battery plate. There will be a link in the description below for all of these pieces of gear. And then the Tilda matte box. And then I have a wooden camera arm with quick release, which is the nano arm, but allows you to attach it to different parts of the cage. And the small HD 501. Let's start with the matte box. So the matte box, obviously, I have ND filters and stuff like that, also to block the sun. I don't find myself using it that often. Typically, let me set that down. I just use a variable ND, screw it onto the front, like so. A lot of the times I'll do a variable ND if I'm doing nicer stuff or I'm not doing quite as run and gun, I'll throw on the matte box. The matte box also works with all of my lenses. The reason I bought this matte box is it's a clip-on matte box. Has multiple ability to remove this back and put larger diameter for larger lenses. So I have those for when I'm using cine lenses and stuff. It also gives you the ability to attach it to your rod so it doesn't have to be clip-on. So it's a very diverse matte box. It also has 3 different filters in it, which I really like. I like having the 3 versus just 2, which is what I had before. So yeah, it's the Tilda matte box. It's really fantastic. Love it. The eyebrow's great. Highly recommend this matte box for the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. I do have the Metabones adapter, 0.64x adapter. And then I also have this, which is the lens support for the small rig. So that goes under here and holds the Metabones and makes it nice and solid. As you can see, it has just a little bit of wiggle to it, so this works great. Don't have it on right now because I've been going back and forth a lot between the Metabones and the wooden camera PL mount adapter. So it's the PL to micro four thirds adapter, which was, anyway, so that's why it's not on right now. So next part, I don't typically use this follow focus on it. I have a couple times, because most of the time when I'm using the pocket camera, I'm either using it on one of my sliders that has a follow focus built into it. So a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll attach this and clip it on here. It has a little attachment that you can put it on. This is the Nucleus N from Tilda. It's a wireless follow focus. You can just hook it on over here, stick this on, and then there's a USB wire that I can use to plug into this battery, which has the USB port on the side, which powers it, which is great. But what I found, the Nucleus N isn't powerful enough for some of the cinema lenses. Like even these lenses are still have a pretty good, hard to pull. So I do also have the Nucleus M's instead of N. I use this a lot as well. So that's kind of another part of the rig. The monitor, like I said earlier, I used a nano arm. This is the wooden camera nano arm. This is a little bit overkill. It's pretty expensive. I haven't found a better arm though. This is probably my favorite arm. It is very strong. It doesn't slip. It's just solid. And the reason I like the nano better is because it doesn't have a one screw point where it comes loose and constantly is like rotating. This sucker is super solid. I might also have it on the top for my monitor to quickly just clip off. So it's just a quick release, quick on, quick off, and it's awesome. So then a lot of the times what I'll do actually is instead of having this handle on, I'll slide this on here, like this, and I'll use that as kind of a pseudo handle for the top. So if I need to pick it up or something, I still have somewhat of a handle, but then I also have a better monitor to be able to see it from all angles. Because as we all know, with the Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, this doesn't have the best viewing angles. But I use it with this handle a lot too, and I'll put it on the side if I have the handle on. It also has a cold shoe mount. I have put a microphone on here to get some scratch track. But yeah, there's that. So I'm gonna just take off this monitor real quick. What we have left right here is kind of the very basic rig, which is battery and camera. And then what I love and what I did is I highly recommend anyone with a Blackmagic camera. I took off all the rubber things because they just annoyed the crud out of me. Got rid of them, and it's a lot easier. So if I want to do a quick handheld mode, all I have to do is loosen this back a little bit, boop, and then I can use it just like a regular, handheld and move around and get what I need. I love this rig because I can easily, as you could tell, I could easily break it all down and put it all back together super fast. And it still gives me all the versatility I need. If I need to throw some wireless video feed on here, like a Teradek or something, I have tons of mounting points to do that. And then I also have the D-taps on the side to be able to power that, or the D-taps to power the follow focus. Another beauty of it is I treat the LP6 batteries now as an internal battery to the camera versus like an actual running off that battery. If you turn this off, this battery will actually charge the internal battery or the LP6. So if I am doing like run and gun and I'm getting quick stuff and I pull this off for a bit, when I put it back, I plug this back in, boom, and it charges it. So it's fantastic. The battery plate I went with is the Indie Pro, which typically I don't like to buy anything that has the word Pro in it. But the reason I liked this plate was how simple and compact it was, with just one quick, simple, easy to use, and it was pretty inexpensive. Now, some of this gear and this rig is built out a little bit more expensive than some people have done. This is just what I have found and like and decided to go with. Not to say that this is the end-all be-all, this is what you have to use type thing, but gives you kind of an idea of what I use for my rig. I hope this was interesting. Like I said before, all links in the description below for every piece of gear that I have. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos. Thanks, guys.